This is Computer Science Discoveries, Unit 3. We're in the middle of Lesson 18, and we're going to pick it up at level number 6. We're dealing a lot with collisions, and they're introducing a lot of new code for you. The last one that you are working with on level number 5 is displacement, which is a push. All right, so now they're going to add 3 more. Let's take a look. 3 new types of sprite interactions have been added: collide, bounce, and bounce off. How do you think these will affect the sprites? Well, let's see what we've got in here right now. I'm going to move this up a little so we can see what's going on. Okay. Oh, come on. Show me, show me. Here we go. All right. So first of all, you have what they're calling a parrot and a penguin. The parrot's the red one, the penguin's the blue one. The parrot is coming in from the left side. It has a velocity of 2. Okay, so that's coming in one way. And you'll notice the penguin has a negative x velocity, so it's coming in from the right because its position is starting at 350. And here's what happens. Okay, right now inside the draw loop, it's a displace. They're saying, hey, let's have parrot and penguin interact and test out these 3. So try them out. Let's first of all try collide. Boom, get rid of displace, and we've got parrot and penguin. Make sure I spell these right. Yep. All right, let's see what happens. This is collide. Interesting. So, all right, that's collide. Then let's figure out. So I wonder why it ends up pushing that way. What if we tried it the other way? What if I said penguin collides with parrot? Does that change anything? It does. So it looks like whoever you call out between the sprite and the target, that in this case, the target ends up being the dominant or the one that overtakes which one. Interesting. All right, let's try bounce. And we might need to try that both ways. Parrot, penguin. Parrot, penguin. Ah, okay. All right, what if we change the order? Penguin and parrot. Interesting. Does that change anything? I don't think it's going to. That looks pretty much the same. And so it looks like what it does is at that moment that they meet or they're touching, then it takes whatever their velocity is and uses the opposite. All right, and finally, let's see what bounce off does. Parrot, I can't spell this morning, and penguin. Bounce off. The parrot bounces off the penguin. Did you notice that? And it seems to accelerate almost. Boom. See how much faster it travels? Let's see what happens if we switch the order. Penguin, parrot. I have a feeling penguin's going. There we go. All right. The penguin is bouncing off of the parrot. Okay. Kind of think, I'm thinking some grammar here with what is the object and what is the subject. Very good. All right, let's move on to level number 7. All right, on this one, here's what they're asking us to do. All right, so now we have these 4 types of collisions. Displace is the push. Collide is where they meet each other. And then it seemed, at least on the last level, one pushes the other. Bounce and bounce off. All right, they're between the sprite and the target. It says choose the best model, or choose the best block to model the basketball bouncing off the floor. Okay, so let's see. Here's our code. Okay. Basically, we want the basketball to bounce. Okay. Basketball has a positive velocity. The floor is stationary. So if we tried something like a collide or displace, a displace, here's what's going to happen. Okay. If we have the basketball displacing the wood floor, this is going to seem, it's going to push the floor right off the screen. Okay, no, that doesn't work. And now what I'm going to do is turn on the text so that right here, instead of displace and having to retype those all the time, what if you use the word collide? And I guess I didn't have to put in the return there. So now what happens for collide? Now it just sits there. That's strange. What if we switch the order? Wood collides with the basketball. What happens then? Just curious. I'm just playing around. And this is exactly what okay, yeah, no. We don't want that to happen either. Bzzzt. Bad idea with collide. Bounce is honestly what I was thinking of. Let's see what happens there. Bounce. Oh, that's weird. We don't want the wood to go away. About the wood bounces off the basketball. The wood is bounced by the basketball. I'm trying to think logically how this would work, huh? How's that? Nope, we certainly don't want that either. I think we're destined for bounce off. Let's see. It is fascinating to test them all out, right? Now, obviously, it looks kind of weird because it's going up there. If you were using this in a game, you'd probably add another if loop to say, all right, when it reaches such and such a height, then it's going to come back down and rebounce and so on. But you get the idea. Finally, let's look at level 8 today. All right, and debugging. So we used this before, I think when we had the tack and the balloon, and we discovered that they were popping way too early. So you were introduced to this debug command that helped you realize that the way it was cropped was causing some issues. Okay, so what they're illustrating here is they want the turtle is able to be moved with the arrow keys. You have a turtle in a tree. Okay, and then they've got the double and, which means this condition. So if the key is pressed with the left arrow and the turtle's X position is greater than 0, so he's not off the screen, then the turtle's going to move. Okay. If the key is pressed, the right key is pressed, and it's not way off to 400, it'll move to the right. Up and down is very similar. Okay. If I hold the up key and my position is there, likewise. But watch what happens with the tree. Okay, now maybe you'd want this to happen, but it looks a little odd that it's moving through the tree. What they did is they put this collide command in here, but it's not inside the draw loop. That's why it's not working, because when it's initially set, they aren't touching, so it doesn't matter. So what they're saying here is look through it, correct it, run it, and make sure it runs again. You just need to get this collision down inside the draw loop. Then what happens is I can move up, right, left, and down, but once I hit the tree, I can't move anymore. Play around with it and you'll understand and get a feel for what that means. All right, we'll go on and do one more. Level 9. This is the debug one. So I apologize. I was jumping ahead because I had just run through these quickly. Okay, let's run and see what's happening. Okay, we've got 2 coins, but they're kind of bouncing in a weird way. Okay, we'd expect them to kind of bounce a certain way, but they're kind of bouncing off at some strange angle when it looks to me like they should bounce off exactly opposite. So it says use the debug command. Notice for gold coin, right now it's set at false. To debug, make that true. Same thing with the silver coin, where it says false, make this true. So let's do that first. Now, when you see that, you see what's happening? It also is going to ask you to change the gold coin starting X position to 51 and run it again. The gold's X position is right here. Right now it's 49. They're saying 51. See what happens. Okay. Play around with that a little bit. See how they interact. And that debug definitely helps you see why things are happening or colliding the way they are. Good things to keep in mind as you think about designing your own game. Good luck. Happy coding.